When I look at each one of you, I don't just see a crowd, I see individuals bursting with potential, carrying dreams and ideas that are unique to only you. No one else in this world can do exactly what you were designed to do in the way that only you can. Now that's powerful. But here's what happens. Life, responsibilities, doubt, they all weigh us down. It's so easy to settle for good enough we silence that whisper inside that says, there's more, because we feel safer where we are. We fear judgment, we fear failure. And in the rush to meet everyone else's expectations, we lose sight of our own. But I am here to tell you today, you were not created to blend in. You weren't made to tiptoe through life quietly, hoping that maybe one day you'll find happiness. You were born to step boldly into your purpose, to shine as brightly as you possibly can. And I'm going to tell you how. First, listen closely to what's calling you. The signs are always there, that pull in your heart, that spark of excitement when you think about a certain goal that's your soul talking to you. Too often we brush it off, telling ourselves, oh, I could never do that. But what if instead you asked yourself, why not me? The truth is, stepping into your purpose isn't always comfortable. Growth isn't comfortable, but comfort isn't what you came here for. You came here to live fully. You came here to love deeply, to risk failure for the sake of your dreams, to become the person you are meant to be. And that path isn't always straight. Sometimes you'll stumble, sometimes you'll question yourself. But each step you take brings you closer to that light inside you, the one that only you can give to this world. Embracing your unique purpose is one of the most profound things you'll ever do in life. And it begins with recognizing that there is something distinct, something remarkable within you that no one else possesses. You hold a vision, a voice, a way of being in this world that is entirely your own, and the moment you decide to honor that truth, you open a door to a life that is richer, fuller, and more meaningful than anything you could imagine. But that's often easier said than done, isn't it? Life fills us with voices, expectations, and pressures that make us question our instincts, doubts that make us hesitate when we're on the verge of something greater. To embrace your purpose, you have to be willing to shed these layers, to confront the fears and beliefs that tell you that you need to be someone else, someone better or more qualified before you can step into your calling. One of the first steps in this journey is learning to quiet the noise around you and listen to that still, small voice within you. Your intuition, your spirit, whatever you choose to call it, is constantly guiding you, nudging you in directions that will align you with your purpose. Often it's not a loud declaration, but a gentle whisper, a persistent feeling, or a vision that keeps surfacing in your heart. These are not just random thoughts, they are invitations, messages from the truest part of yourself, pointing you toward what you were made to do. But listening to this inner guide requires trust. You have to be willing to believe in yourself, to have faith in that feeling, even when the path ahead isn't clear. This can be challenging in a world that constantly asks us to justify our worth, to prove ourselves in tangible, often superficial ways. Yet your purpose doesn't need validation from the outside world, it needs your commitment, your decision to follow it wholeheartedly, even if it means standing alone. As you embrace your purpose, you'll find that fear is a faithful companion on this journey. You might fear judgment, failure, or even the possibility that you're not enough. These fears are natural and they don't go away overnight, but they don't have to control you. Instead of resisting them, acknowledge them, sit with them, and then choose to move forward anyway. Recognize that fear shows up because it wants to protect you, but in protecting you, it often tries to keep you small. Embracing your purpose means deciding that you are willing to risk discomfort, that you are willing to take steps that scare you, because you know that on the other side of that fear lies the life you were born to live. Each time you make the choice to act in the face of fear, you take back your power. You prove to yourself, little by little, that you are stronger than any doubt or hesitation. Part of this process also involves letting go of the need to fit into other people's molds or expectations. We are raised in systems, families, schools, societies that often unconsciously teach us to conform, to blend in. But if you spend your life trying to fit into everyone else's expectations, you risk losing yourself along the way. There comes a time when you have to break free from the roles others have placed on you and start defining yourself on your own terms. Embracing your purpose means stepping out of the shadows, releasing any false identities, and standing firmly in who you are, unapologetically. This isn't always easy, and sometimes it feels vulnerable, even frightening. But it is a necessary step if you want to live authentically. When you choose to honor your truth, you give others permission to do the same. One of the beautiful things that happen when you start to embrace your purpose is that you begin to experience a profound sense of alignment. Things may not necessarily become easier, but they start to feel right. There's a flow, a natural rhythm that enters your life. Opportunities arise, doors open, and you meet people who resonate with your vision. That's because when you operate from your purpose, you're tapping into something greater than yourself. You're not forcing things to happen. Instead, you're aligning with a path that was designed uniquely for you. It doesn't mean you won't face challenges. Purpose-driven lives often come with challenges, but those challenges feel different when you know they are part of something meaningful. They become stepping stones rather than obstacles, growth moments rather than setbacks. As you continue to embrace your purpose, you will likely encounter moments of solitude, and that's okay. Not everyone will understand your path, and they don't have to. Your purpose is deeply personal. It's a journey between you and the life you're meant to live. There may be friends, family members, or colleagues who question your choices or doubt your direction, but remember that they are not walking in your shoes. They haven't been given your vision, and that's okay. Sometimes embracing your purpose means creating boundaries, carving out space for yourself, and protecting your vision from those who might diminish it. Trust that as you walk in your purpose, you will attract the right people, the ones who support you, who encourage you, and who believe in your dreams just as fiercely as you do. One of the most profound shifts that come with embracing your purpose is the way it transforms how you see yourself. When you're living in alignment with who you are meant to be, you begin to see yourself with more compassion, more appreciation, and a deeper sense of worth. You realize that you are not defined by your failures or your setbacks. Your value doesn't come from external achievements or the opinions of others, but from the courage it takes to be true to yourself. Embracing your purpose teaches you that your worth has always been within you, waiting to be acknowledged and expressed. In embracing your purpose, you also start to understand that life isn't just about what you get, but what you give. When you're aligned with your purpose, you realize that the work you do, the energy you put out into the world, is not just for you, it's for others. Your purpose has the power to uplift, to inspire, and to transform the lives of those around you. You become a light, a beacon for others who might be struggling to find their own way. And this, in turn, gives you even more strength, more motivation to keep moving forward. There's a joy, a fulfillment that comes from knowing that you are living not only for yourself, but also for the betterment of the world around you. The journey to embracing your purpose is one of continuous growth. Each step you take leads you to a deeper understanding of yourself, a fuller expression of your potential. It's not about arriving at a destination, but about constantly evolving, becoming more and more of who you are meant to be. This is a journey that asks you to be brave, to let go of the past, and to step boldly into the unknown. It's a journey that requires resilience, patience, and faith, but it is one that will reward you in ways you can't yet imagine. Trusting that inner voice guiding you toward your true path begins with acknowledging that deep within you have an intuition, a sense that knows where you're meant to go and what you're meant to do. This inner voice, often subtle and quiet, is an invaluable guide, whispering insights and nudges that align you with your true purpose. But in today's world, filled with noise, opinions, and expectations, tuning into that voice can be challenging. Often it gets drowned out by the opinions of others, by the fear of failure, or by the endless to-do lists that pull you in every direction but inward. Yet in those rare, quiet moments when you find yourself reflecting, a faint sense of what feels right, what lights you up begins to surface. Listening to that feeling is the first step toward trusting your inner voice. This trust doesn't come naturally to everyone, especially if you've been conditioned to rely on external validation or guidance. Many of us were raised to seek approval from others, to make choices based on what is expected of us rather than what resonates within us. Over time, we might start to believe that our inner voice isn't trustworthy, that it's somehow less reliable than the advice or standards set by those around us. But your inner voice is the one part of you that truly understands who you are, that sees beyond societal expectations and embraces your authentic self. It's not influenced by what others think you should be. It's concerned only with what you truly are. Learning to trust this inner voice takes courage and practice. It requires a willingness to pause, to silence the noise, and to look within. One powerful way to cultivate this trust is by spending time alone, engaging in activities that allow you to connect with yourself. Meditation, journaling, walking in nature, or simply sitting in silence can help create space for your inner voice to emerge. These practices aren't about forcing answers, but about listening, observing, and opening up to whatever arises within you. In these moments of stillness, your intuition becomes clearer, stronger. You begin to notice patterns, recurring ideas, and feelings that point you towards something meaningful. The more you listen, the more you realize that this voice has always been there, patiently waiting for you to acknowledge it. As you begin to follow your inner voice, you might notice that your path doesn't always make logical sense to others or even to you. Trusting yourself can mean stepping into the unknown, making choices that seem risky or unconventional. People around you might question your decisions, suggesting safer or more predictable routes. But remember, your path is unique to you, and your inner voice understands the journey you're meant to take. It sees the bigger picture, even when you can't. Trusting it means accepting that you may not always have clear answers or a mapped-out plan. Instead, you're following a feeling, an instinct that guides you one step at a time. This trust allows you to release the need for certainty, to embrace the unfolding process with faith and confidence. When you trust your inner voice, you also begin to tap into a source of strength that isn't dependent on outside circumstances. Challenges will arise, that's a given, but your inner voice will always be there to guide you through them. It knows what you're capable of. Even in moments of doubt, it can remind you of your resilience, your creativity, and your ability to adapt and overcome. In times of difficulty, that voice can be a steady anchor, grounding you in your purpose and reminding you why you started on this path in the first place. This connection to your inner self provides a sense of stability, a kind of unshakable belief in yourself, regardless of the obstacles you may face. Another beautiful aspect of trusting your inner voice is that it allows you to live more authentically. When you listen to your intuition, you make choices that align with who you truly are rather than who you think you're supposed to be. You begin to let go of the roles, masks, and expectations that don't serve you. This authenticity attracts people and opportunities that resonate with your true self, creating a life that feels more aligned and fulfilling. Trusting yourself enables you to show up fully, to express your unique gifts, and to contribute to the world in a way that only you can. It frees you from the need to impress or conform, allowing you to be unapologetically yourself. Of course, trusting your inner voice doesn't mean that everything will always go smoothly. There will be moments of doubt, times when you question if you're on the right path. You might face setbacks or encounter unexpected challenges that shake your confidence. In these moments, it's essential to remember that doubt is a natural part of the journey. Trusting yourself doesn't mean being free of uncertainty. It means choosing to move forward despite it. Each time you push through the doubt and listen to that inner nudge, you strengthen your connection to yourself. You prove to yourself that you are capable of navigating life's uncertainties, that you have the wisdom within to find your way. Listening to your inner voice also requires a willingness to let go of what no longer serves you. Sometimes your intuition will guide you away from situations, relationships, or environments that are misaligned with your purpose. This can be difficult, especially if you've invested time and energy into these areas. But when you trust your inner guidance, you understand that letting go isn't a loss, it's a necessary step towards something better. Your inner voice always has your best interests at heart. By releasing what no longer resonates, you create space for new, more aligned opportunities to enter your life. As you deepen your trust in your inner voice, you might also notice a shift in how you approach decision-making. Instead of analyzing every choice from a purely logical perspective, you start to factor in your feelings, your instincts. You become more attuned to the subtle cues that guide you, whether it's a feeling of excitement, a sense of peace, or a persistent curiosity about a particular direction. You learn to recognize the difference between fear-based resistance and the genuine pull of intuition. Over time, you develop a kind of inner compass that helps you navigate life with more ease and clarity. One of the most rewarding aspects of trusting your inner voice is the freedom it brings. When you trust yourself, you no longer need to seek approval or validation from others. You understand that your path is uniquely yours, and you have the courage to walk it with confidence. This freedom allows you to take risks, to explore new possibilities, and to pursue your dreams without the fear of judgment. It empowers you to live life on your own terms, guided by your own wisdom. This is a liberating and empowering way to live, one that allows you to fully embrace who you are and what you're meant to do. Trusting your inner voice is an ongoing journey, one that requires patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to learn. It's not about having all the answers or being free of doubt. It's about cultivating a relationship with yourself that is rooted in love, respect, and faith. Each time you listen to that inner guidance, each time you choose to follow it, you strengthen that bond. You begin to see that your inner voice is not something separate from you, but a part of you, a reflection of your true self. Allowing discomfort to fuel your growth rather than holding you back is one of the most powerful choices you can make. Discomfort is often seen as something to avoid, something unpleasant or even threatening. But in reality, discomfort is a sign that you're stepping out of your comfort zone, stretching beyond what you've known, and moving closer to your potential. Growth doesn't happen in places of ease or predictability. It happens in moments of uncertainty, in situations where you're challenged to think, feel, and act differently. Embracing discomfort is a mindset shift, a reframe that helps you see difficult experiences as opportunities to learn, expand, and ultimately become more resilient. When you allow discomfort to become a fuel for your growth, you acknowledge that the process won't always be smooth. There will be moments of doubt, times when you're not sure if you're on the right path, and perhaps even instances where you question your abilities. But growth is inherently uncomfortable. It's the act of breaking out of old patterns, unlearning behaviors that no longer serve you, and creating space for something new. Each time you confront discomfort, you're expanding your capacity for change, developing the mental and emotional tools needed to navigate life's uncertainties with strength and resilience. This doesn't mean the discomfort goes away, rather you become better at managing it, and over time, what once seemed overwhelming becomes something you can handle with confidence. One of the reasons discomfort fuels growth so effectively is that it forces you to confront your limits. In the comfort zone, everything feels predictable, familiar, and safe. But when you step outside of that zone, you're faced with situations that test your boundaries, that make you question your assumptions, and that reveal parts of yourself you may not have been fully aware of. It's in these moments of discomfort that you discover what you're truly capable of. You realize that the limits you once believed in were often self-imposed, created by fears, doubts, or outdated beliefs. By embracing discomfort, you start to push those limits, proving to yourself that you can handle more than you thought. Each time you do this, you build a stronger foundation of confidence and resilience. Another way discomfort fuels growth is by teaching you how to adapt. Life is constantly changing, and the ability to adapt is crucial for navigating those changes successfully. When you allow yourself to experience discomfort, you're essentially training yourself to become more flexible, more open to new ideas, perspectives, and experiences. Discomfort often requires you to rethink your approach, to try something different, or to look at a problem from a new angle. This adaptability is a vital skill, not only for personal growth, but also for professional success, as it enables you to navigate complex situations with agility and creativity. Instead of fearing change, you begin to see it as an invitation to evolve, a chance to become a more resourceful and resilient version of yourself. Embracing discomfort also brings clarity to your priorities and values. When you step into unfamiliar or challenging situations, you're often forced to evaluate what truly matters to you. Discomfort has a way of stripping away superficial concerns, highlighting what you're genuinely passionate about and what you're willing to work for, even if it means facing obstacles. This process of introspection and self-discovery helps you align your actions with your values, creating a more authentic and fulfilling life. You begin to make choices that reflect who you are and what you stand for, rather than decisions based on external expectations or temporary comfort. In this way, discomfort acts as a guide, pointing you toward a life that is meaningful and aligned with your true self. Another benefit of allowing discomfort to fuel your growth is that it helps you develop resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to continue moving forward, even when things are difficult. Each time you face discomfort and choose to grow from it rather than retreat, you're building this resilience. You're training yourself to view challenges not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones on your path. Over time, this resilience becomes a source of inner strength, a reminder that you can handle whatever life throws your way. You become less shaken by adversity, more capable of maintaining your focus and purpose in the face of obstacles. Resilience doesn't mean you won't feel pain or struggle. It means you have the tools to keep going, to find solutions, and to trust in your own ability to overcome. Discomfort also fosters empathy and compassion. When you face your own challenges and discomforts, you become more aware of the struggles that others go through. You understand on a personal level what it's like to feel uncertain, vulnerable, or afraid. This awareness helps you connect with others on a deeper level, creating bonds of understanding and support. As you grow through discomfort, you're better able to support others on their journeys, offering guidance, encouragement, and compassion. This empathy not only strengthens your relationships, but also creates a positive ripple effect, inspiring others to embrace their own challenges with courage and determination. One of the most transformative aspects of allowing discomfort to fuel your growth is that it changes the way you view failure. When you're willing to experience discomfort, you become less afraid of making mistakes. You understand that failure is a natural part of growth, a sign that you're trying new things and expanding your abilities. Rather than viewing failure as a reason to give up, you see it as valuable feedback, a learning opportunity that helps you improve and refine your approach. This shift in perspective allows you to take more risks, to pursue your goals with boldness, and to view setbacks as temporary rather than defining. With this mindset, you become more resilient, more willing to persevere, and more likely to achieve your dreams. Allowing discomfort to fuel your growth also encourages self-awareness. When you're in a state of discomfort, you're often more attuned to your thoughts, feelings, and reactions. You begin to notice patterns, recurring fears, and automatic responses that may have been operating beneath the surface. This awareness is a powerful tool for personal development, as it allows you to identify areas for growth and make conscious choices about how you respond to challenging situations. By observing yourself in moments of discomfort, you gain insight into your strengths, your triggers, and your potential blind spots. This self-awareness helps you grow in ways that are intentional and aligned with your long-term goals. As you continue to embrace discomfort, you'll likely notice that your capacity for courage expands. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the willingness to act despite fear. Each time you choose to face discomfort, to step into the unknown, you're exercising this courage. You're proving to yourself that you can handle uncertainty, that you can face challenges without being paralyzed by fear. This courage becomes a valuable asset, empowering you to pursue your goals, take on new challenges, and live a life that is true to yourself. You become more willing to take risks, to step into opportunities that might have once felt intimidating, and to pursue your dreams with a sense of conviction and purpose. Allowing discomfort to fuel your growth also helps you develop patience and perseverance. Growth is a gradual process, and it often requires sustained effort and commitment. When you embrace discomfort, you learn to be patient with yourself, to trust the process, and to recognize that meaningful change takes time. You develop the ability to stay committed to your goals, even when the journey is challenging or slow. This perseverance is essential for long-term success, as it enables you to stay focused and motivated even in the face of setbacks. You begin to understand that every step, no matter how small, is a step toward your growth and transformation. Ultimately, allowing discomfort to fuel your growth is a decision to live fully. It's a choice to embrace life's challenges, to seek out opportunities for growth, and to push beyond your comfort zone in pursuit of your potential. This willingness to experience discomfort is a testament to your commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. It's a declaration that you are willing to do what it takes to face whatever comes your way and to rise above limitations in order to create a life that is meaningful and fulfilling. Believing in your unique value is the cornerstone of achieving anything truly meaningful in life. It's easy to downplay your worth, to feel that you don't quite measure up to the accomplishments of others, or to think that your contributions may not be as impactful. But the reality is that each one of us brings a unique set of strengths, perspectives, and abilities that no one else possesses. When you truly believe in your value, you're acknowledging that you have something special to offer, something that the world genuinely needs. This belief isn't about arrogance or comparing yourself to others. It's about understanding that you have a role, a purpose, and a set of gifts that are uniquely yours. It's this self-affirmation that becomes the foundation for everything you pursue, the motivation to keep going when challenges arise, and the confidence to share your gifts with the world. One of the first steps to truly believing in your unique value is understanding that worth is intrinsic. It doesn't come from your job title, the amount of money you make, or the accolades you receive from others. It comes from within. Your value is rooted in who you are as a person, in the qualities that define you, the experiences that have shaped you, and the lessons you've learned along the way. Society often teaches us to measure our worth by external markers, by accomplishments, or by how we stack up against others. But these measurements are fleeting and ultimately shallow. They don't reflect the depth and complexity of who you are. When you start to recognize your value as something that exists independently of external validation, you gain a sense of inner strength and peace. You become less influenced by the opinions of others, less swayed by societal pressures, and more connected to your own path. Acknowledging your unique value also means recognizing that you have a perspective, a way of seeing the world that no one else does. Each of us has our own set of experiences, beliefs, and insights that shape how we interpret the world around us. These perspectives are invaluable. They allow us to approach problems in ways that others may not have considered, to empathize with people in ways that others may not understand, and to create solutions that only we could envision. When you believe in your value, you realize that your perspective is worth sharing, that it has the power to inspire, to challenge, and to create change. This belief gives you the confidence to speak up, to express your ideas, and to trust that what you have to say is meaningful. Another crucial aspect of believing in your unique value is understanding that your presence alone can make a difference. You don't have to have all the answers or be perfect to be valuable. Sometimes simply being there, being supportive, kind, or listening to others is enough. There are countless ways in which you impact the lives of those around you without even realizing it. Every kind word, every gesture of support, every piece of encouragement has the power to lift someone up, to brighten their day, or to help them believe in themselves a little more. When you believe in your own value, you start to see that your actions, however small, can have a profound effect on others. This understanding inspires you to be more intentional, to recognize that the little things you do every day contribute to a larger ripple effect of positivity and support. Believing in your unique value also empowers you to pursue your passions with authenticity and enthusiasm. When you recognize that you have something special to offer, you feel more motivated to share your gifts with the world. You no longer feel the need to conform to others' expectations or to follow paths that don't resonate with you. Instead, you feel empowered to pursue what lights you up, to follow the interests that bring you joy and fulfillment. This authenticity is magnetic. When you're genuinely passionate about what you do, people are drawn to you. They sense that you're living in alignment with your values, that you're committed to something meaningful. This sense of purpose not only enriches your own life, but also inspires others to pursue their own passions. Another key component of believing in your unique value is having the courage to set boundaries. When you value yourself, you understand that your time, energy, and attention are precious resources. You're more mindful of how you spend your time and who you allow into your life. You recognize that it's okay to say no, to prioritize your own well-being, and to protect yourself from people or situations that don't align with your values. This doesn't mean you're selfish or unkind. It means you understand that you can't pour from an empty cup. Setting boundaries is a form of self-respect, a way of honoring your own needs and making space for the things that matter to you. When you believe in your value, you're able to set boundaries with confidence, knowing that you're worthy of a life that feels fulfilling and balanced. Believing in your unique value also involves celebrating your progress and accomplishments, no matter how small. Often we're so focused on the big goals, the milestones, that we overlook the small victories along the way. But every step forward is worth acknowledging. Each time you try something new, overcome a challenge, or push yourself out of your comfort zone, you're proving to yourself that you're capable of growth. These small wins build confidence, reminding you of your resilience and your ability to adapt and thrive. When you take time to celebrate your achievements, you reinforce the belief that you are worthy of success, that your efforts are meaningful, and that you are deserving of recognition. An important aspect of believing in your unique value is learning to quiet the inner critic. We all have an inner voice that doubts, questions, and sometimes criticizes our abilities. It's easy to get caught up in self-doubt, to feel that you're not good enough or that you don't measure up. But when you believe in your value, you learn to challenge these negative thoughts. You remind yourself of your strengths, your accomplishments, and the positive impact you've had on others. You recognize that the inner critic is often a reflection of past fears, insecurities, or limiting beliefs, not a true reflection of who you are. By cultivating self-compassion and focusing on your growth, you gradually silence the inner critic, allowing your true self-confidence to shine through. Believing in your unique value also encourages you to embrace your imperfections. None of us are perfect, and that's what makes us human. When you believe in your value, you understand that your worth isn't diminished by your flaws or mistakes. Instead, you see them as opportunities for growth, as experiences that contribute to your wisdom and resilience. This self-acceptance is liberating. It frees you from the pressure to be perfect and allows you to show up authentically, to take risks, and to be vulnerable. Embracing your imperfections also helps you connect with others, as it reminds them that they don't have to be perfect either. This sense of acceptance and vulnerability fosters deeper, more genuine relationships built on trust and mutual understanding. Another powerful aspect of believing in your unique value is that it enables you to handle rejection with grace. Not everyone will see or appreciate your worth, and that's okay. When you believe in yourself, you understand that rejection isn't a reflection of your value. It's simply a sign that you're not meant for every opportunity, person, or situation. This perspective allows you to approach rejection with resilience, to see it as a redirection rather than a setback. You become more selective about where you invest your time and energy, focusing on opportunities and relationships that truly align with your values and goals. This mindset frees you from the need for constant approval, empowering you to pursue what feels right for you, regardless of others' opinions. Finally, believing in your unique value inspires you to contribute meaningfully to the world around you. When you understand your worth, you feel a greater sense of responsibility to share your gifts, to support others, and to make a positive impact. This belief motivates you to give back, to lend a helping hand, and to be a source of encouragement for those around you. You recognize that you have something valuable to offer, whether it's your knowledge, your compassion, or your creativity. This sense of purpose adds meaning to your life, reminding you that your presence matters, that your actions make a difference, and that you are part of a larger community. By sharing your unique value, you inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of positivity and empowerment that extends far beyond yourself. Learning to accept who you are without fear or hesitation is a profound act of self-love and courage. In a world that often pushes us to conform, to fit into predefined molds, embracing your true self can feel daunting. Too many of us grow up with messages about who we should be, what we should strive for, and how we should act to be accepted. But the reality is, every person has their own essence, their unique combination of qualities, experiences, and dreams. Acceptance is not about reaching a certain standard or becoming who others want you to be. It's about honoring your own journey, the ups and downs, the imperfections, and the qualities that make you uniquely you. Learning to accept yourself without hesitation means letting go of the need to prove yourself, understanding that you're enough just as you are, and finding peace in your authenticity. One of the first steps to self-acceptance is recognizing and embracing your imperfections. Society often tells us that to be accepted, we need to be flawless, to succeed without stumbling, and to present ourselves in a way that seems perfect to the outside world. But true acceptance isn't about perfection, it's about authenticity. It's about acknowledging that you have strengths and weaknesses, that you've made mistakes and learned valuable lessons from them. Accepting your imperfections doesn't mean giving up on personal growth. It means understanding that growth is a journey, not a destination. It means showing yourself kindness when you fall short, seeing your flaws as part of the human experience, and letting go of unrealistic expectations that only lead to self-doubt. When you start to embrace your imperfections, you free yourself from the weight of perfectionism, allowing yourself to experience life fully and without fear of judgment. Another important aspect of self-acceptance is learning to silence the inner critic. We all have an inner voice that doubts, criticizes, and sometimes discourages us from pursuing our dreams. This inner critic is often shaped by past experiences, societal expectations, or beliefs that we've internalized over time. It's easy to let this voice influence our self-worth, to let it convince us that we're not good enough or that we need to change to be worthy. But when you learn to accept yourself, you start to recognize that the inner critic isn't a true reflection of who you are. It's simply a collection of fears, insecurities, and past judgments. By practicing self-compassion and challenging these negative thoughts, you can begin to quiet the inner critic, replacing it with a voice of encouragement and support. This doesn't happen overnight, but with time and patience, you can transform your inner dialogue, creating a mindset that uplifts rather than diminishes you. Self-acceptance also involves embracing your unique path in life. Everyone has their own journey, filled with different experiences, challenges, and triumphs. It's natural to compare yourself to others, to feel that you should be further along, or to question whether you're on the right path. But acceptance means trusting that your path is valid, that it's uniquely yours, and that it has its own timing. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you allow yourself to focus on what truly matters to you. You begin to honor your own goals, values, and passions rather than feeling pressured to conform to someone else's idea of success. This doesn't mean that you'll never feel moments of doubt or uncertainty, but it does mean that you can find peace in knowing that your journey is valuable and meaningful. Accepting your path allows you to fully commit to your own growth, to pursue what brings you joy, and to live life on your own terms. Another crucial part of self-acceptance is letting go of the need for external validation. Many of us grow up seeking approval from others, whether it's from family, friends, or society at large. We feel validated when we receive praise or recognition, and we sometimes shape our actions around what will gain the most approval. But true acceptance comes from within. It's about knowing your worth regardless of what others think. When you rely on external validation, you give away your power, allowing others to define your self-worth. But when you cultivate self-acceptance, you begin to trust your own judgment, to value your own opinion, and to appreciate yourself for who you are. This inner validation is more powerful and lasting than any external praise, as it's rooted in a deep understanding of your own value. By letting go of the need for constant approval, you gain the freedom to live authentically, to make choices that align with your values, and to find joy in being true to yourself. Accepting yourself also means acknowledging your past without letting it define you. Everyone has a past filled with experiences that have shaped who they are. Some of these experiences may bring feelings of regret, sadness, or disappointment. But self-acceptance means understanding that your past doesn't dictate your future. It's about recognizing that each experience, whether positive or challenging, has contributed to your growth and resilience. When you make peace with your past, you free yourself from guilt and shame, allowing yourself to fully embrace the present. This acceptance empowers you to move forward with confidence, knowing that you have the strength to overcome obstacles and the wisdom to make better choices. It's a reminder that you are constantly evolving and that you have the power to create a future that reflects who you truly are. Another key aspect of self-acceptance is allowing yourself to experience emotions without judgment. Many of us feel pressured to hide or suppress our emotions, to present a facade of constant happiness or calmness. But true acceptance means embracing the full range of human emotions, understanding that it's okay to feel sadness, anger, frustration, or even fear. These emotions are part of life, and they offer valuable insights into our needs, desires, and values. When you accept your emotions without judgment, you allow yourself to process them in a healthy way. This doesn't mean dwelling on negative emotions, but rather acknowledging them, understanding where they come from, and allowing yourself to release them in a constructive way. By embracing your emotions, you create a deeper connection with yourself, fostering a sense of self-compassion and resilience. Self-acceptance also involves celebrating your strengths and accomplishments, no matter how small they may seem. It's easy to overlook your own achievements, to downplay your talents, or to feel that you're not doing enough. But when you take time to recognize your strengths, you build a sense of self-worth and confidence. Each accomplishment, no matter how small, is a testament to your abilities, your determination, and your resilience. By celebrating these moments, you remind yourself of your own potential, reinforcing the belief that you are capable of achieving great things. This practice of self-recognition strengthens your self-acceptance, allowing you to approach new challenges with confidence and self-belief. Another important aspect of self-acceptance is setting boundaries that honor your needs and well-being. When you accept yourself, you begin to understand that your time and energy are valuable. You're more mindful of who you allow into your life and how you spend your time. Setting boundaries isn't about shutting others out, it's about creating a balanced life that respects your own limits. By setting boundaries, you protect your mental, emotional, and physical well-being, allowing yourself to show up fully in your relationships and responsibilities. This self-respect strengthens your sense of self-worth, reminding you that you deserve to be treated with kindness and respect, both by yourself and others. Learning to accept yourself also involves cultivating a sense of gratitude for who you are and what you bring to the world. Gratitude isn't just about appreciating external blessings, it's also about recognizing the qualities within yourself that make you unique and valuable. When you practice self-gratitude, you begin to see yourself through a lens of kindness, recognizing your strengths, resilience, and capacity for growth. This sense of gratitude fosters a deeper appreciation for yourself, creating a positive and compassionate self-image. By acknowledging your own worth, you reinforce the belief that you are deserving of love, success, and happiness. Finally, accepting yourself means embracing the ongoing process of personal growth. Self-acceptance doesn't mean settling or becoming complacent. It means acknowledging where you are while remaining open to growth and improvement. It's about understanding that self-acceptance and self-improvement can coexist. You can accept yourself as you are while also striving to become a better version of yourself. This balance allows you to approach growth with a sense of curiosity and compassion rather than pressure or self-criticism. When you accept yourself, you're more willing to take risks, to learn from mistakes, and to pursue your goals with confidence. You understand that growth is a journey, one that requires patience, resilience, and self-belief. Embracing this journey with acceptance and self-love allows you to create a life that reflects your true self, one filled with purpose, joy, and fulfillment.